Oh, let's turn the camera around. Good evening, and welcome to my little cabin in beautiful downtown Crestline in the San Bernardino Mountains of Southern California's Inland Empire. And once again, this is beautiful downtown Crestline, just oh, maybe 500 feet lower than Lake Arrowhead. Um, yes, my house is dark. Not as dark as it looks on screen, but it's dark. Let's see. Okay, I got the kettle on to make a cup of instant coffee, but I thought I'd get the show on the road and give people a chance to come in. I don't know what we should talk about this evening, but well, we'll find something. There were two car chases. Oh, hi, Sequentia. Good to see you, too. Very pleasant surprise. Ah. Well, I did mention Thursday morning that I would try to stay up late enough to do a nighttime live stream. It's a little after 8 o'clock here in Southern California. I went out for a short time to get my mail and stuff like that and left the door open so the cats could go out and play. And when I got back, well, when I left, they were all outside. But when I got back, they were all inside. It was cold and raining. So that kind of figures. Anyway, I was hoping Freeman might be able to come on. He wasn't able to come Thursday morning because he was at the doctor again. But I love talking to all of you. Maybe I should pull out the makeup finds from the dollar store, which is probably all gone. All the dollar stores and 99-cent stores in California are shutting down. And apparently, they're shutting down in other states as well, but I don't know which states. Too much loss from theft. I'll be right back. Dum-dee-dum, dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. Pretty kitty, you're the cat. Oh, man. They're everywhere. And got it. Got my instant coffee. Have coffee. Coffee's a very necessary. My no. Uh, oh, it's Sweetie, the one who's scared to death of me. I've only had her for 16 years. I don't get to pet her, but she thinks there's treats, so I better call out some treats for the kitties. Yes, Patches, you get some too. And Tora, because she's the best. Hang on, Smokey and Tutu. Hang on. 3C just ran into the corner. Rather than wait for her treats, she'll try to steal some other kitty's treats. Guys, they're hogs, and they've been fed too. Freeman's shoulder sucks. I remember it wasn't really hazy on exactly when that happened. It didn't. Very powerful. And banned because addicts were overdosing. Etsy Quentia wants to find any science fiction writer who that. Well, I suppose some have found ways, temporary means through meditation and lucid dreaming, but they still come back to this world. Although if someone managed to make it permanent, they might be thought to be in a coma or insane. And they don't come back to tell us. Phil tried to build his own reality in a way by leading everyone to believe that he was insane so they would leave him alone. He'd been harassed and attacked in so many ways. So when people look at the crazy letters he wrote to the FBI, they're shocked, but it was all an act. And I don't know that it was the FBI. My best guess is actually the DEA. President Nixon formed this brand new drug enforcement agency. And for stupid reasons, the authorities thought Phil was a drug dealer. He was not. But it would explain a lot about what happened to him. And he himself exaggerated his use of drugs, which were mostly prescribed by doctors. Oh, well. Let's see if I can dig out the stuff I got at the but oh, been looking for this. It's my spare cell phone charger. So that's where it was. It's hiding underneath this bag. Yeah, I wear makeup at weddings and funerals. But I thought I'd give it a try. Lipstick. A nice pink color. It's called, creamy finish. What's the color called? It has vitamin E and aloe vera, and it's hydrating. I don't see anything to indicate what color it is, but it looks kind of pink. Oh, it's called sorbet. Oops. Don't point the flashlight at the camera, I guess. I don't know if you can see it very well. Ah, because it's dark in here. So I should do this during the day when there's sunlight coming in. You won't be able to see, but I'll just show you what I got. A eyebrow pencil. Now, unlike most people who are pushing 70, I still have visible eyebrows. They haven't gone completely gray, because I used to be a redhead. Etsequentia says women who inject chemicals into their lips always end up looking weird. It never improves their lips or makes them look younger. I don't know why they do that. I don't either. I see some of these celebrity types, performers, with their lips all bulging and swollen, and I go, you better see your doctor. There's something wrong with your lips. Eyeshadow in several colors. Mostly browns, but some purple. I like purple. And highlighter. Brightens skin. So I guess rather than a foundation, oh, it has a shimmer finish. Maybe it's like rouge that you put on your cheeks. I don't know. What else? Oh, this is essentially ageless. Luminizing blush. So they call it blush. We used to call it rouge because it would make your cheeks red. So I don't know. Maybe I would use this all over. We'll see. And makeup. Liquid makeup. That isn't very much if it's a foundation. You do your whole face with it. All right, that's the end of it. Seems like an awful lot of work, but I should do a practice run before I have a real reason to put on makeup. But I have to have more light. Well, hello. Cave/Jason. He's Ubering in the middle of the night. Well, not quite the middle, but it's nighttime. I need to do yard work, but the past 2 days has been super cold and raining, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, let's see, 40 F2C, 4.5 degrees centigrade, Celsius, whatever. It's 8 o'clock, which is, no, it's almost 8:30. I start getting drowsy around 8. But I did promise to at least try to do a nighttime stream, because many people cannot come in for my morning live streams. Cigarette won't stay lit. Okay. I don't know. I keep getting conflicting messages about food stamps. I got a letter saying I'd get $172 or a month, but then I got a text message saying 0. So I'll have to call their self-service phone number and see what it says, or just wait till the 5th of the month and find out whether I got any. They aren't enough anyway. And the poverty level of income over which you can't get any food stamps is ridiculously low. It's $1,500 a month in a place where rent is more than $1,000 a month. And I'm in an area that's cheaper than the big cities. Go figure. Fortunately, I got my gas bill paid, from all the winter heating. I'm not behind on the gas bill anymore, but I am behind on the electric bill. But not as bad as the gas bill was, not as urgent. And I had a ride today so I could pick up my mail. I haven't opened it yet, but I should. Because my mortgage company sent me something, and it's probably about homeowners insurance. I'm scared to see how much it's going to cost. Ed Sequentia says, James Lindsay made an assertion that in the future all money will be like food stamps, programmable currency they can use to control what we're allowed to buy and what not to buy. Well, yeah, that kind of sounds like the digital currency that the federal government here is trying to impose on us. In a sense, we're already depending on digital currency, paying with your debit card or your credit card, but we do have the cash option. Well, let's see. Get so much junk in my mail. So there are several things from the mortgage company. I'll start with this one. God, is he making envelopes out of tempered steel? Oh, where's my pocket knife? Here. Let's get it open. Yeah, this envelope is really fighting me. Here. Oh, this is about my recent inquiry about, they're still trying to collect a debt that was denied in my bankruptcy years ago. because it was bogus nonsense. This is a big fat envelope, opens right up. Now what's this? It's a bunch of it's also about the inquiry, and it's a bunch of spreadsheets. So I guess they have not imposed insurance on me at this time. They will. I tried to fight farmers against canceling me. They claim I'm in terrible fire danger in this location. I'm in town. There are not that many trees, and most of the land is paved, so brush is not an issue. In fact, I'm surrounded by businesses more than homes, and 3 apartment complexes. Excuse me? I'm more likely to, have a burglary than a fire. And this area does not flood either. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about that just yet. Our grocery store, the one that was crushed in Snowmageddon, is almost ready to open. They're just waiting on some county inspections and to make sure everything's, done according to the terms of the building permits. Well, you know how long a government inspector can take just to show up. But, it's a beautiful store. And the Goodwin family who own it have been here, I forget how long, not 100 years, but I think 70 years. And we love them. They do all kinds of things for the community, and they employ people. And even though they've been shut down for over a year, they've been paying their employees anyway. Who does that? Well, hi, Mac Attack. Good to see you. Welcome in. I'm doing okay. This cold, damp weather kills my back, especially the cold. But, it'll warm up starting tomorrow. We've had 2 solid days of 40 degrees, which is like 4.5 Celsius, 40 Fahrenheit, with rain. I wouldn't call it pouring, but the drops are so big you can hear them go plop when they hit the ground or the roof. I'm on a mountain in Southern California, about 500 feet below Lake Arrowhead, about 1,000 feet below Big Bear and Running Springs. They said scattered showers, but these showers didn't scatter. It rained all last night and part of the morning. And weather's getting nice, and that's good. Well, anyway, this winter was nothing like last year, when even at my house the snow was 6 feet high. It fell in just a few days. But in other places, it was 12 feet high, so I considered myself lucky. And on the side of the house where my door is, it's kind of sheltered. It was only 4 feet high. And a nice guy from the Baptist church shoveled my path for me so I could walk out. And because the snow plows cannot plow snow that's deep like that, they can't do it. We had to wait for front loaders and dump trucks to shovel the snow and haul it away. They usually drop the snow into a lake, but sometimes they pile it up in a city park so the kids down there can experience snow. No blizzards for Mac Attack? Good. Well, this year it wasn't bad at all for snow, but we've had a lot of freezing rain and icy roads. But the most snow I ever got all at once was 2 inches. That was nothing. I'm getting clumsy. I'm always sleepy. Drives me nuts. No matter what I do, nap during the day or force myself to stay awake, I wake up at about 6 in the morning and I get sleepy at 8 at night. Oh, dirty gray snow is awful, but ours usually stays pretty white. I'm just going to make the chat scroll up. Okay, now I can read the whole post. Well, I hope Freeman's here and just unable to type because he missed Thursday morning. And I don't remember a lot of what we talked about anyway. We need to pray for his shoulder to heal. Stupid health insurance doesn't want to pay for the surgery that he needs. So his shoulder keeps dislocating. And that is painful. Yeah. Wow. So it's a Philip K. Dick world. Oh no, let me see. Yeah, the neighbor's cat wants to come in, and not going to happen. I already have 6 cats and I wanted a dog, but God sent me all these cats. I was happy with 2 cats. I just wanted a little dog to go with them. I don't know about shoulders being the worst injury. I mean, my back, I broke it twice in 1 year. Yep, Tora doesn't want the neighbor's cat to come in. I don't know if you could hear that, but she went off on it through the glass door. Oh well. Tora's the #1 kitty around here. And Sweetie is #2, and all the others are spare cats. What are you cats doing? Are you being good? Well, Tora, you could come say hi to your adoring fans. Come here. Yeah, we aren't letting the neighbor's cat come in. Come on, say hi to your adoring fans. Ah, oh, you weigh a ton. Yes, she's a good girl. Oh my God, you're heavy. Yes, you're a good kitty. What, Patches? Patches is jealous. Hi, 3C. Okay, come on, Patches. You can say hi too. Let go with the claws. And give me the kitty. Patches is making her guest appearance. Yeah. See, there's a kitty in the computer. All right. You know what this means. Even Sweetie has come by. It means they want their treats. Again, you just had some, you guys. All right, 3C, Smokey. Hang on, Tutu. Where are you? I can't give you treats if I can't find you. Where's Tora? There, here. Where the hiss is Tora? There you are. Here, kid. Okay. That's enough, kitties. Oh, that sucks. Hubby's allergic to cats. They do have non-allergenic cats, but they're really they take a lot of care because making them hairless is really bad for health. Yeah, I have 6 cats. I did not go out and get 6 cats. I was happy with 2 cats. They just moved in. We have a cat surplus on the mountain, and some people just move away and leave the cats behind. And other people just take in cats and don't get them spayed and neutered. So, literally, a nearby house ended up with 50 cats, and they couldn't feed them all, let alone take them to the vet. So many of them became feral, and one of the feral, that means wild, cats had kittens under my house. And when animal control was trapping them because they were such a nuisance and really not getting enough to eat and all that, they trapped as many as they could. And one of the ones they trapped must have been Mama Cat, who left kittens under my house. She had 4 originally, but I don't know what happened, but after they were too small to hunt for food, and their mama was gone. So they moved in. And then a while after that, someone nearby moved away and left Smokey, left their cat behind. And Smokey is the most destructive cat I have ever had. She didn't just pull down my curtains in the bedroom, she broke the curtain rod. And she'll run around as if either she's being chased by a demon or she's chasing a bug, although I can't see any bugs, and just jump and fly and knock things over and not even slow down. She's like one of those cartoons of a critter running amok. And she plays too rough with the other cats. But I guess I'm stuck with her. I wanted a dog. There's no way I'm getting a dog now. I can barely feed the cats. And I've had to take Patches to the vet because she got injured. I had to get Smokey spayed. Of course, she was a female. If you have a male cat, you can put it off while you save up enough money because the male cat isn't going to give you kittens. Anyway, shower curtains are designated cat amusement parks. That's right, Etsy Quintia. My shower has a door. I guess I'm lucky there, although I would prefer a curtain for my own convenience. Anyway, the cats are adorable. You gotta love them. It's required. It's in the bylaws of cat servitude. You don't own the cat owns you. Okay, I showed you the makeup and decided I can't put it on in the dark. It's getting cold. The little heater fan came on. So if you hear a fan going, I hear it. It's bugging me. There. I turned it down, but not completely off. So if it gets much colder, it'll come on again. I've got on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a sweater, and a jacket, so plus my nifty hat. Although, see, I actually did brush my hair today. I don't have to cover it with a hat for cosmetic purposes, but I feel comfortable with the hat. Okay, what else? There's a Philip K. Dick festival in June. You can find the details on Facebook. The group is called The Phil Dickian. No spaces. It would be, I'll type it in the chat. The Phil Dickian. And there are other websites. Other Facebook groups. Yeah, the hat keeps the heat from escaping out the top of my head. Keeps my ears warm, too. Yeah, let me see if I can get some info without losing the internet. Okay, let's do a search. It's in Fort Morgan, Colorado, because Phil's grave is there. Oh, they have their own page. PKD Festival Fort Morgan. And I'll give you a link. Okay. I don't see the info here, though. Just some old posts. Oh, gosh. Someone posted. Well, I posted. These are old ones. All right, I'll just find the Phil Dickian. They're auctioning things to help fund the festival. Apparently, it's way down the page. Okay. Nothing near the top, unless Facebook has this habit of showing most relevant, instead of new posts. I hate that. When I first go to a page, it should show new posts. Well, I'll just give you a link to the page, and if nothing else, you can post there and ask about the festival. Hi, Ditch. Good to see you. Anyway, I think they actually have a website too. So I'll do a plain old Google search. Not the film festival. All right, here we go. Philip K. Dick Festival.com. Well, that's easy. It will be June 13 to 16, hosted by Lord Running-Clam, otherwise known as David Hyde. So here we go. This is your best link. But if you want to see some good Philip K. Dick stuff, the Phil Dickian on Facebook is a good group. They'll alert you, for example, to things on eBay and They'll have discussions about whether Phil's signature is genuine or forged. And yeah, I can't attend in person, but we're hoping to arrange a Zoom meeting so I can be there in, online. I did manage to go to the Lions meeting on Tuesday night this week. Lions is a service organization. We raise money for charity and we do service, community service. One of our slogans is, where there's a need, there's a lion. We help in disasters. We help people get eyeglasses. We have food giveaways, all sorts of stuff. Well, Phil did not hate signing books, but he hated being at a convention where you had to sit there and sign over and over and your hand got tired. But whenever he met someone new, he would sign a book for them, and he'd give them the book from his own collection. So no, you won't find hundreds of books signed by Phil, but it isn't that he hated signing them, it's that he hated doing it for so long that his hand hurt. Yeah, actually, forgeries are becoming rare because so many of us online can tell. Well, hi, RW. Good to see you. I did promise a nighttime show, but as I said, I'm sleepy. So I'll need you to forgive the results of sleepiness. Phil enjoyed conventions. I went to only one. He took me to the Los Angeles World Con in 1972. It was at the time the only convention of any kind I had ever attended. Since then, let's see, I took my son to a convention that was in Anaheim just because it was close by. Admission was cheap and we didn't have to rent a hotel room. Couldn't afford a hotel, but I thought he should, um, have some familiarity with his father's line of work. Phil was not there. And we went to a WesterCon in Seattle where Chris gave away the Philip K. Dick Award. And I took him to a Star Trek convention. And back in the early days, Shatner and Nimoy wanted nothing to do with Star Trek conventions, but George Takei and Nichelle Nichols were there. It was a great experience. I think that's about it. Plus I've been to the 2 Fort Morgan festivals. They're sort of a convention, but very small and informal. And you won't find a big hotel, you'll stay in a motel. They're nice, but they're much cheaper than a great big hotel, and they don't have room service. But Fort Morgan has a couple of good restaurants and very nice people there. And the library. Ditch is going to Gen Con in August. I don't know what Gen Con is. It'll be his first that he can remember. Excited about getting out of the city. I have no idea what Gen Con is. Oh, is it Friday? Oh, well. You're right, it's Friday. Oswald, welcome in. Well, I told you I'm sleepy at 8 o'clock at night. Oh, it's Saturday for Ditch. It'll be Saturday here in 3 hours. Ah, boy. RW went to an anime convention in Baltimore years ago. Says it's pretty forgettable. Yeah, I was put off by anime because of those cartoons my son watched when he was young. The Japanese drawings with the big eyes. You know, I just didn't care for Gigantor. But Chris sure loved it. And when he was very young, he couldn't say Gigantor. He'd be singing the theme song, Tanto. It was hilarious. But then he discovered He-Man and Skeletor. Oh, there will be anime PKD adaptations. I'm sorry, Oswald, but I've seen articles about them being in development. I don't think anime is bad, but just, I'm sure it isn't Gigantor anymore, but, you know, I don't have this great urge to see it, but I wouldn't mind watching some. It's got to be better than what Disney's cranking out. Lord, their one chance at actually having a profitable film in theaters, Deadpool. They're trying to ruin it. And Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, and the director are fighting it, but it isn't that they're inserting DEI, it's that what they're inserting is not well written and doesn't fit. Oswald says, I bet Walter Bosley secretly loves watching anime. I don't think he'd keep it a secret. I've heard that the Deadpool trailer was very good. There will be a total of 3 trailers, they say. I think I heard that on Nerdrotic on YouTube. I think it was Nerdrotic. Anyway, I haven't seen the trailer, but I'm told that it's good. Okay, at Sequentia says there is still a community of anime fans, and they're increasingly dismayed at the current offerings and the political agenda subverting and destroying them. Well, the Japanese creators are also pissed off because Disney wants them to make crap. It's okay to have female characters and ethnic characters and whatever characters, but you gotta tell a good story. You're not gonna make fans by just checking all the boxes. Electric Dreams, RW asks. I watched a couple, but um, they're good enough, but I don't know. At the at this time, I'm into murder mysteries. Nero Wolfe, Sherlock Holmes, Charlie Chan, and of course Agatha Christie. It's an Amazon series? I thought it was on Netflix. Well, whatever. Amazon and Netflix seem. Oh, yeah, Charlie Chan is based on a real police detective in Hawaii. And it's really amazing that people think it's anti-Chinese because he was Chinese, but the actors are not. The actors playing them are usually British. But they tried to, these were made in like 1940. And earlier. Um, they tried a Japanese actor, and the film bombed. So it's mostly either Sidney Toller or the other guy, and I forget the other guy's name. Hi, Don. Welcome in. I'm only 1 hour in, but man, I get tired at 8, and it's after 9 now. My jacket reminds Ditch of the Fallout game. This is just an old nylon padded windbreaker. I have put it through the washing machine recently. I like it mainly because it has lots of pockets. I'm tired of women's clothes that don't have enough pockets, so I deliberately got a men's jacket. Even when a woman's coat has 2 pockets instead of no pockets, they're so shallow that everything falls out of them. And these stupid designers seem to think that we're worried about the lines of the clothing. They've got to fall straight and perfect. Screw that. I want pockets. Oh, Lord. The worst part about this weather, by the way, is keeping the cats inside because they don't want out anyway. Because it's double duty on the litter box. And when you have 6 cats using the litter box, it's really a lot of stinky work and icky. Oh, of course, Dawn is drinking Guinness. Oh, coffee and Guinness and smoking all night. Aw, Ditch, sleep well. I'm going to try to stay up a little longer. I'll drink coffee for you, Ditch. I don't drink much alcohol. Almost none. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's see if another cigarette will wake me up. I doubt it. All right. Anyway, what else? Oh, it's past midnight where Dawn is. It's 9:15 here. But it feels like midnight. Oswald says on this day, this is the anniversary of the baptism of William Shakespeare. Oh, yeah, it's Sequentia. We were supposed to have moon colonies by now. We were supposed to have sent men to the moon, to Mars by the end of the 1970s. Let me see. I gotta check the date of the last moon mission. 1972. Yeah, NASA was telling us that within 5 years we'd have men on Mars. In 1972, plus 5 years, that's 1977. Hasn't happened yet. Yes, at Sequentia, you're right. It was 72. Well, yeah, some of Shakespeare's work kind of suggests that someone else was writing it, but there was a William Shakespeare. He was an actor, and he probably did some writing. He was definitely the front man. What did Phil think of Stanley Kubrick? He was not impressed by that film, 2001. I had trouble watching it. It was one of the few movies I saw in the theater on the big screen instead of the television. Um, and I don't like the Blue Danube Waltz, so I was not happy with the dancing of the space stations because I don't like that music. Yeah, some say Shakespeare was really Francis Bacon, and some say it was a committee, including Francis Bacon. I don't think Francis Bacon was that good a writer. Oh well. You know, they point to the fact that Shakespeare's signature was had his name spelled differently many times, but that wasn't uncommon in that time. Spelling was not standardized, and people would spell their own names differently when they felt like it. Yeah, he was a real person and he was an actor. There's no doubt about that. Oh, Kubrick thought he was a modern Shakespeare? Okay. Oh, people rave about Full Metal Jacket. I did like Doctor Strangelove. Never saw Full Metal Jacket. The Shining. Ooh, that was scary. But yeah, it kind of. I think it missed a few plot points. Was that a Stephen King novel? I think it was. Oh, Don says he heard that Stephen King wasn't happy about the movie. Yeah, even though I hadn't read the book, I could tell the film was missing something. It was all about special effects, which weren't all that great at the time anyway. But it was more the bad guy breaking down the door with an axe than it was about the psychological story of, demonic possession. Uh, Look, we did send people to the moon. There were. Uh, I'm not convinced they went in that tin can. Let me see. 24 astronauts flew to the moon as part of 9 missions with 6 landings in just 4 years, 1968 to 1972. So there were 6 times that they actually set foot on the moon, and you are not going to convince me that they faked 6 moon landings. I am certain, as Phil was, that the moon is not what they tell us it is. Joseph P. Farrell has pointed out that the something. Oh gosh, I forgot the name. The German scientist who helped NASA develop spacecraft. Well, at least rockets. uh, anyway, some of the statistics von Braun, thank you, Werner von Braun. Oh, he spelled it this way, Braun, because he was German. Anyway, he said something about the point where the gravity between the Earth and the moon was in balance. And Joseph P. Farrell pointed out that the moon must be much more massive than they say it is, because that point that von Braun identified was too far away from the moon if it was as light as they said it was. Anyway, oh yeah, Jack Parsons of JPL. It's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, but many people refer to it as Jack Parsons Laboratory. Uh, anyway, there's lots of reasons to suspect that the moon is not what they say it is. Well, the firmament is supposedly the sky. Uh, Many ancient authors thought that the Earth's sky was surrounded by a crystal sphere, I guess to keep the air in. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not convinced we went there in that tin can, but you're not going to get me with, oh, the backpack. You couldn't step out the door with a backpack on. Well, they didn't. They stepped out the door and then put on the backpack. And the Van Allen belts with the radiation. Well, first off, they weren't in the Van Allen belts very long. And second, there are gaps in the Van Allen belts. If you've seen those pictures of a magnetic field around a bar magnet, you can tell there are gaps in it. So the Van Allen belts did not stop them. The backpack did not stop them. But as Joseph P. Farrell points out, when in the first manned moon mission where they landed, when the lander took off, it didn't look like a rocket taking off. It looked like some other kind of propulsion. Gwen Lee is here? Hi. Wow. You've been MIA for 2 years? Wow. I didn't know it was that long. You guys are making some good jokes. Uh, oh, COVID complications. Well, I have COVID jab complications. And the worst part is I am suddenly allergic to peanuts. And I love peanut butter, but I don't dare eat it. I mean, last time I ate peanut butter, I went into shock. Real shock. Dizzy and weak and incredibly cold. My bones felt like ice because my blood pressure was crashing. So, yeah, bummer. But I have itchies and uh, a skin condition, mostly on my arms. Anyway, Gwen, I hope you're doing better. Oh, Cardinal Sin can't send anything, Oswald. He passed away last year. And I'm not supposed to eat almonds, they're bad for my kidneys. But cashew butter might be nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, you can get peanut butter that doesn't have seed oils. or has less of the seed oils. But I was just putting peanuts into a rocket blender, making my own. The thing about the ones that don't have all the chemicals in them is you have to keep stirring them because the peanut oil separates from the butter, the peanut butter. But it isn't too much hassle, just kind of messy. But maybe I can have, put a bunch of cashews in the rocket blender and make cashew butter. They are not a nut. I'm not sure what cashews are. And I forget exactly where they're native, but it's some island in the Pacific. And they're grown in other places too. Um, but in East Asia, generally, the tree has this fruit that they can't export because it'll rot too fast. But the people who grow those trees eat the fruit, and the cashew is hanging down outside the fruit on the bottom of the fruit, and that's what they sell us. And I love cashews. Dawn says sesame seeds are really good for humans. Oh, and there's that, what's it called? There's a sort of a nut butter made from sesame seeds. I had sesame oil, but it went rancid so fast. I don't think I'll buy it again. And it has a really strong flavor anyway. But I was trying to do some Asian cooking. Ugh. Oh well. Dawn retracted 2 messages and I never read them. Oh well. Let's see. The Grape Cure book is a read for health and healing. Okay. And there's another book called Mucusless Diet Healing System. Okay. Thanks, Dawn. My favorite nuts are pecans. Oh, they're so good. Yeah, I don't love Soylent Green and I don't eat sea bugs. Well, pistachios, there's always at least one pistachio that's as hard as concrete, and I have to spit it out because I don't want to break my porcelain teeth. They'll break your teeth whether you got real teeth or dentures. But I do like pistachios, but my favorite is still pecans. And number 2 would be either cashews or macadamias. I do eat walnuts, but they tend to, if I eat too many, I get one of those little sores on my tongue, like a canker sore. Walnuts are known for doing that. But walnuts are excellent in a fudge, chocolate fudge, and in ice cream. Yeah, hazelnuts are okay, but just hazelnuts. That reminds me. Oh, what is that stuff called? I've been meaning to mention it. It's I think it's an Australian thing. The chocolate with hazelnuts in it. Hazelnut flavored chocolate. Oh, hell. Nutella. The commercially sold Nutella, Nutella. I consider that a way of disguising cheap chocolate with hazelnuts that have gone bad. That's what it tastes like to me. Tastes like they use cheap chocolate and hazelnuts that are past their prime. But I do love hazelnuts and I do love chocolate. Just quit putting them together. But even worse is hazelnut coffee. It tastes like chemicals. It doesn't taste like hazelnuts. And believe me, Nutella is made with cheap chocolate. It would be good if they used good chocolate, and maybe they do in Australia, but the stuff we get here is crap. Well, by the way, Gwen Lee is one of the authors of a little book. Let's see if I can find it. Look out, Tora. I gotta find that book. No, that isn't it. That isn't it. Crap. Where'd I put it? See, when you have 2,000 books, it's hard to find a specific one. Could that be it? Nope. What is this? Oh, it's crossword puzzles. Okay. Where's the one I'm looking for? Doris Sauter and Gwen Lee published this little book. Oh, gosh. It's killing my fingers. And that isn't it anyway. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong bookcase. Anyway, it's a transcript of the interview they did with Philip K. Dick shortly before he passed away. I thought it was on that shelf. I must have moved it. And I can't remember the title. Well, there's the Nero Wolfe cookbook. Here. Shoot. I can't find it. I probably put it someplace where I would not lose it. And guess what? Can't find it. What's the title, Gwen? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I see. What if our world is their heaven? Yeah, just 2 months before his stroke. And you can, I'm pretty sure you can get it on Amazon. It's really, it can give you a great deal of insight into Phil's mindset, and he talks about um, a possible plot for The Owl in Daylight, the novel that he never wrote. Well, yeah, it's mostly Phil, but you know what? You did the interview and you got that info from Phil. So it's as much Gwen's work as it is Phil's. Yeah. Well, we got to pray for Gwen and for Freeman, whose shoulder's killing him. Oh, gonna try to release the audio? That'd be awesome. Dawn is. Oh, I see. You're gonna make your grandkids work on your farm and pay them in corn, broccoli, and apples? Yeah, I hope Freeman is recovering, and I hope his stupid health insurance, will approve the treatment that he needs. Well, Gwen, are you aware that there's a Philip K. Dick festival in Fort Morgan this June? I can't attend. I'm not well enough to travel, but I'm going to try to do a Zoom meeting for the festival. Sleepy Dave. I don't know what happened to Sleepy Dave. Just haven't seen him in years and years. But oh well. Haven't even thought about him. Man, there's so much else going on. Anyway, you guys need to look for What If Our Earth Is Their Heaven by Doris Sauter and Gwen Lee. Phil also talks about some of his strange experiences in that book. And it's a small, short, brief book, but packed, with info as if it were a huge 1,000-page tome. What if our world is their heaven? I wonder. Well, there's a Sleepy Dave at Anthem Tattoo. There's a Sleepy Dave 6. Variety of music is coming. Sleepy David. Google is my friend. On Instagram. There's a Sleepy Dave on Facebook. Lives in Gotham, Wisconsin. There's a sleepydave.net. Plays the drums. Tried out for the Blue Man Group, but ... Huh. There's a song on YouTube titled Don't Mess with Sleepy Dave. There's sleepydave.net is artistic photography. Oh, well, that's enough. Oh, I've searched on Google. It's I didn't search on YouTube because I'm on live and I don't want to lose the feed. But I didn't see a YouTube channel through Google. Man. But I might search Facebook, not at the moment. Apparently there is a Sleepy Dave on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. I have to do what I call recycling coffee. It has made its way all the way through my guts to the other end. Hi, Annie. Welcome in. I will be right back, but I gotta pee. That's what happens when you drink coffee. I'm coming. I'm just slow. Dum de dum. Dum de dum de dum. Oh. For those of you with back pain, like I have, I get some relief by using this gadget. I learned about it from the chiropractor. It's a little battery-powered box with electrodes that you paste in the proper location, and it goes zap, zap, zap with just a little bit of electrical. This thing is called a TENS, TENS, and that stands for something, but I always forget what it stands for. Comes in a handy little carrying case. This thing has really helped my back pain to improve so it doesn't hurt as much. Don was born in 1892 and worked in a coal mine. Okay. Past lives, eh? Poor guy. Poor Don. Shoveling coal has got to be backbreaking work. Oh, he's just talking beer. It's the beer talking. My water's empty. I'll be right back. Hi, kitties. Tutu and Patches sitting in a tree. KISSING. Oh boy. Come on. All right. You kitties. Where'd Patches go? Did you eat her? She better not be on my chair. Hi, Tutu. I had the little feral kittens numbered. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, in the order in which they quit running away as fast as they used to. Patches is Patches because she has patches of orange on her cheeks. Number 2 is Tutu, like a little ballerina. And number 3 is 3CPO, 3C for short. Yeah, Don, there is lots of coal in Pennsylvania. There's also lots of oil. Pennsylvania crude is supposed to be the best. Anyway, the chat room is more entertaining than I am. I'm entertained by the chat, so there. Oh, Lord, it is getting chilly in here. But I don't want the heater fan to kick on because it's noisy. Yeah, when a coal mine catches fire, you've got underground fire for decades and possibly 100 years. Whoa. It's getting close to 10 p.m. I used to be a night owl, regularly stayed up past midnight. Of course, I was listening to Art Bell. I missed the show. And I just can't stand George Snorri. God. I tried listening to George Norrie doing Coast to Coast, but I had to quit when he actually had on a psychic medium who channeled aliens from the Pleiades who want us to save the Earth from global warming. Now, first off, the Pleiades is a cluster of stars long ways away. Okay, maybe you could channel some aliens from the Pleiades, but would you believe anything they said? And on top of that, um, why would they care about the Earth? So anyway, I had to quit listening. Except once in a while if they were having Gwyneth McCants, the numbers lady, numerology. I have one of her books. It's called Glynis Has Your Number. It's very interesting. But I just can't do it anymore. Don says the only alien he likes is E.T. Yeah, he was cute. E.T. phone home. People think I made it up when I tell them about that guest, the psychic medium channeling aliens from the Pleiades. I'm sure there are aliens on this planet, or at least intelligent non humans. They might be native. I'm not convinced that we're native. I think humans came from somewhere else. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, E.T. got drunk. Product placement on Coors Beer. Boy, M&M's really missed the boat on that one. The producers wanted E.T. to eat M&M's, but M&M's wasn't willing to pay for the product placement in the film, so he ate those peanut butter flavored candies. I forgot what they're called. I can't have them anyway. Reese's Pieces, yeah. Well, the little, they look like M&Ms. Man, did Reese's make out on that? That's how many movies get their budgets funded, is product placement. Yeah, if sales went up, what Don says, like 60% after that movie. Yep. Oh, Etsequendia says there's plenty of YouTube videos of psychic mediums channeling every imaginable alien, ghost, and supernatural being. Oh, they also had a guest on Coast to Coast who said she was having a love affair with a lizard man, an alien, reptilian. Well, there's Patches and Tutu and Smokey all cuddled up on my bed. I sleep in the recliner chair because I don't dare lie flat. Bad things will happen. So I'm always supposed to sleep elevated. Dawn doesn't believe in ghosts. Well, I don't know about ghosts, but I believe that demons exist. They'll lie to you. They'll say, I'm big and bad and powerful, and you better do what I say. And they're wrong. They're lying. They have no power over you that you don't give them. So don't give them. As they say, the devil cannot come in uninvited. Oh, there's a fly. It keeps landing on my monitor. There's apparently one fly in the entire house. So it's a good thing I have my hat on because they love to land on my head. And some flies bite. Yeah, well, hangovers will make you see things and hear things. So will being drunk. Ah, oh, that happens to you, especially when you're falling asleep? Yeah, because your guard is down. Yeah, bad hangovers. Well, a hangover means that you're killing not only brain cells, but gut cells and other cells in your body. So Dawn has given up hard liquor and doesn't drink too much beer. There are various hangover cures, but the best that I know of is um, Pedialyte. It's for children who get dehydrated and it has some minerals in it. It might even prevent it if you drink Pedialyte after drinking beer, but Pedialyte tastes awful. And it has an artificial sweetener so they can say it's sugar free. But it still seems to help. Oh, at Sequentia sometimes sees complex black and white patterns when he's falling asleep. I take it with your eyes closed. Well, lately I've been playing this game where it's like Minesweeper. Uh, so when I close my eyes, I see all these squares. Yep. Or if I do crossword puzzles, I'll close my eyes and see a crossword puzzle. I think you had it right the first time, Dawn. WE apostrophe RE. Oh well. Ah, it isn't raining. Thank God for small favors. Now, if it'll just get warmer than 40 degrees in the afternoon. Don used to play online poker all night and would see cards in his mind's eye as he fell asleep. Yeah. Well, I have Oh, crud. I keep forgetting the word. This has been going on for decades. Astigmatism. My eyes are not shaped right. So, in a dimly lit room, I will see like fog, but rolling, kind of like the surface of a pot of soup that's boiling. Makes it hard to navigate. And ordinarily, when I'm not seeing squares on my phone all day playing that silly game, I will see black and orange shapes when I close my eyes, and they move around kind of like a lava lamp. Don says it's getting chilly where he is, 45 degrees, and supposed to get chilly this week. So bring the flower pots inside at night. No treatment for astigmatism. It just is what it is. But see, I used to complain about it when I was a small child, and Mom thought it was more fun to tease me about it than to ask an eye doctor what was wrong. It wasn't until I was in charge of seeing an eye doctor and I saw an ophthalmologist, not just an optometrist who makes eyeglasses, but an actual eye doctor, that he told me, oh, yeah, you have astigmatism. It causes that. Oh, itchies and tickles. Sorry. Don doesn't notice the floaters anymore unless he looks for them. I have actually reduced the number of floaters, and I'm not sure exactly what part of my diet is helping with that. But I suspect that it's drinking plenty of water and cutting down on coffee, and quite possibly increasing the amount of animal fat in my diet and decreasing the crappy cooking oil. I actually use bacon grease. It's the closest thing to lard that I can easily obtain. And you can save your bacon grease, and if you do it right and don't get the little green pieces of bacon in your jar, uh, um, tickles and itchies. Um, it doesn't have any flavor. It doesn't change the flavor of your food. But if you want the bacon flavor, use it right away, right after you cook the bacon, instead of pouring it off into a jar. In fact, one thing I really love is to cook the bacon and then cook the Brussels sprouts in the same pan. Now, Brussels sprouts, I have to boil them first, a good 10 minutes to soften them, and then finish them by frying in the bacon grease for flavor. It, they're kind of like super broccoli for flavor. And I like that flavor. It's kind of sulfury, and the sulfur content is actually good for your health. But I would not eat Brussels sprouts every day. Ah, I think I got cat hair in my eyelashes. Don says back in elementary school, he was squinting to read the chalkboard, and the teacher thought he was making faces at her. We have an. Oh, hi, Treehouse Kitchen. Hello. I've been on for almost 2 hours, rambling and rattling away. Don likes Brussels sprouts, and they grow until winter, so he can still pick them at Thanksgiving and Christmas. They look like little cabbages, but the flavor is very strong. I remember one time, Mom actually made a really good dessert. But, you had to clean your plate before you could have it. And my two brothers just didn't want to eat their Brussels sprouts. So I said, okay, I'll eat them, but I get your dessert. And they said, okay. Well, I was so full by the time I ate the Brussels sprouts, I didn't really want their dessert. I did eat my own dessert. Yeah. I've got to get into cooking. Believe it or not, I still haven't got the kitchen sink fixed. And I need that fixed so I can do super cleaning in the kitchen. Oh, you like them baked with butter and almond slices. Or just steam them. Well, it depends. If they've been frozen, they're already pretty soft. But if I get the Brussels sprouts fresh, they're just too hard to chew. They aren't worth that much work. That's why I boil them for 10 minutes and then cook them in bacon grease for flavor. But I do like them also with melted butter and lots of salt instead of the bacon. You have people who hate them, really hate them. Treehouse Kitchen slices them in half and sautés them in butter. Hey, you want to keep the heat pretty low when you use butter for your oil. Now, I don't mind if it gets a little brown and nutty flavored, but you don't. Burned butter is awful. Yeah, salt and pepper. Well, now that I have a pepper grinder, I like pepper. Never liked that black pepper that you just shake out of the can. But it's a whole different world when you grind it and it's fresh and kind of fruity. It also packs a more powerful punch, pepper wise. Dora, get out of my stuff. That's my Ritz cracker, not yours. I'll tell you what, you can have a potato chip. Cats are such entitled creatures. You can't have that one, it's mine. You can have this potato chip. Cats need salt. And the salt police have taken salt out of so much of our food and our pets' food that we have sodium deficiency, which is much worse than having too much sodium. There's a giant tiger behind me? I don't think so. There's just Tora. I wonder what that reflection is. I'm seeing a reflection that I don't. Oh, I guess that's. No, that can't be the lamp. Well, it could be. Humph. I guess it's the lamp. But it shouldn't look that tiny. Oh well. Yeah, Tora is a giant gray tiger. Oh, she's attacking the scratching post. Oh, good night, Quinn, and thanks for dropping in. Now, I'm going to call it a night pretty soon myself. It's been 2 hours. Oh. Smokey wants to play and Tora wants to kill Smokey. Here, let's see if I can get Tora on camera. There she is. Good girl. Yes. Tora's the best. She's the #1 kitty cat around here. Huh. Yes, indeed. No, you can't have my stuff. It's mine. I gave you a potato chip. Smokey, Tora's gonna rip your ass off your butt. Leave her alone. Cats. Hi, Patches. I'm surrounded by feline vultures. Do you need more treats? Okay. Patches quit. Patches has not learned to retract her claws when she walks on me. Well, make up your mind. I'm not allowed to put the treats down and let the cat find them. The cat has to show me where she wants her treats put down. Okay, I think this one's empty. Yep, it is. Okay. Hang on, Tracy. I'm getting your treats. All right. I fed you guys. I've fed you guys canned food today in addition to the kibble. Why are you acting like you're starving? Tutu. Tracy. Patches. All right, that's enough. That's enough treats. You'll get fat and diabetic. Can't afford a diabetic cat. Oh, yeah, Christopher is doing okay. He has a pacemaker since his heart attack, but he's okay. He came down and took me to lunch last week, but mostly he was visiting friends on the mountain. Boxes of cats, Don, yeah. The cats own everything here, especially the boxes. I love cats, but 6 is way too many. Don has 1 cat. Lucky Dawn, named Snippy. All right. A 20-year-old tuxedo. Yeah, my sweetie is a black and white tuxedo. Too bad she isn't tame. She really is feral, more so than the feral kittens who adopted me. Well, if all she eats is dry food, she better have plenty of water. It'll mess up their bladder if they don't get enough water. Especially male cats, but females too. Oh well. I'm going to fall asleep soon, so maybe I better sign off. Yeah, it's time to sign off. Let's see. Thank you all for being here and have a great night. I really love all the people who come in to chat. You're what makes this show worth doing. You know, this is not what I do for a living, it's what I do for inspiration. Yeah, I love you guys too. Let's do the heart thing. And I'll get out of here now. And thank you all.